show you how to do those valve adjustments. These are good books here.
We're looking at what the motor is going to need. I brought my guy in, Mr.Marvin. He came in and helped me again, as always. He's like, man, he got a little bit of time. He said he can help me.
You bet.
Man, he got a chance to check out the car. He said he liking the pink.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it, please.
He said the pink is looking good. We just been it's been a minute since I really filmed this car or did any real work to it. But we coming along. If y'all haven't seen the car, this is it, the 86 Monte Carlo SS T-Top. We're going to pull that wire harness off. As y'all can see, these wires do not look good at all. But that's something that I know we're going to have to do. But today, Mr. Marvin came to help me put the water pump on. So we were just looking at some of the parts and pieces. He's trying to get an understanding of what it is that's been done to the motor. And he was telling me about we need to adjust the valves because he didn't do them. He said once we started, the mechanic that built the motor, he was telling us to adjust the valves after it starts up. But it says full of oil and primed. So that's where we at with it. Got the water pump right here, starter, and these are some of the accessories, the pulleys and stuff. So I'm just gonna let Mr. Marvin tell me what we need to do from here, man. Go ahead and put y'all on the stand, and we're gonna see what we do from there.
Alrighty. This was working fine before.
Yeah, that what came. Well, that came off of a donor motor.
Okay.
It was a 350 Vortec.
These are notorious for going bad, so you may have to replace that, but they're easy to get to and they don't cost very much.
And I'm just like I done gave up on going to O'Reilly's and asking them about questions. Man, it just seems like they always have a bunch of questions and never have the parts that I need. It seems like.
All right, these are your bolts here.
No, sir, they're in the box.
I'm sorry.
The small box.
This one, yeah.
Yes,
I say
sir.
those are too long. Okay.
These are all the what came with these pulleys. This came with those, all that stuff right there.
All right, and where's your gaskets?
They're in this box right here.
Okay, good.
I believe this is them right there.
Oh, I hope you put those ones in.
Yes, I believe they this is the extra set. I don't know, man. Hell. The guy that did my motor, man, he has a lot going on, and when he goes down a rabbit hole, he goes deep.
Can I go ahead and open this, please, or you want to open it?
Yeah, let's go ahead. It's like when I'm around him, it's like I only can grasp so much of what he's telling me. And I just be like, I'm sitting back and I'm like, so you saying all that? Like, what's next? So you say you don't think that we need that right here?
Well, I don't use it, but we can. It doesn't matter. It's personal preference. Alrighty.
Because that's what I was thinking, like, man, with the pulleys.
Oh, I thought you meant the gasket sealer. Oh, I put my back to the camera, didn't I, Blaze?
I know, I got it where we should be good right here. There we go.
Alrighty.
So I don't need to mess with the carburetor and everything on it right now, huh?
I'm sorry?
No worry, no needs for the carburetor right now, huh?
Not yet, but you're not too far away from that.
Okay. Man, so you think those pulleys gonna be kind of expensive?
You know, you can spend a lot of money on them, but I mean, some of the really good but economical kits, they're a couple grand for a complete system set.
Yes.
But that idler arm, those go bad quite a bit. So
Okay.
you'll know because it'll squeak like it's squeaking on my truck out. If I start it up, it'll go so you'll
Yes.
hear it.
Okay.
But if as long as it can hold the tension and it's not squeaking, you should be good. But
Because I know the alternator sits up in there.
yeah, it's $20.
Oh, okay.
So
I can get
oops,
them
it's
any
not the
day
right
now.
one.
They
Yeah.
told me with the alternator though. They told me something like, "Ooh, man."
Well, I mean, just the idler pulley, like it's like a $20-$30 item
Yes, yes, but the alternator, they O'Reilly's they quoted me 160 or
for
170.
just the alternator.
Just the
Yeah,
alternator.
they've gone up a lot.
So we.
Yeah, they're
So
expensive.
much for the days of the 307. You know, I remember the Oldsmobile, them 307 motors, I used to get parts for $40, $50, and I thought that was a lot. When they told me 160, 170, I'm like, shee. But you know how I go, man. You've been fooling with cars way before I was, so
Yeah, it was first time I paid over $200 for an alternator was on a Buick that I owned, and it was new, and the alternator went bad when I was out in Abilene, and I thought they were just shafting me big time, but they got these one probably won't, but they got computer components in them now,
okay,
so they're doing more than just either power on or power off.
okay. They run in actual other systems.
Yeah, and then the sensors on them and stuff too as well, but. All right.
As
I
you can
would.
see, it's been
Do you have
sitting
some
around for a
emery
while.
cloth?
Huh?
Do you have some emery cloth?
Memory cloth?
Emery cloth, or I just clean these up a little bit. Just get that
Like I got a little
rust.
bit of sandpaper.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, what you want to do? Like this, a
Just
fine
I want to get
sandpaper?
that. Yeah, I just want to get that rust
Let's see.
off
You
there.
might be able to do this right here, the Scotch Brite.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
A little red Scotch Brite. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw y'all in a time lapse so y'all can see how it goes. And me and Mr. Marvin finna chop it up.
So we're not going to torque these yet because
Okay.
we got to get the power steering bracket on. But we got to remember to torque it, not forget to torque it.
Okay.
I'm not seeing the spec here yet.
Because I had the power steering pump over here.
Okay, does it have a bracket?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Like I said, I went to a spot in Denton, and this guy he specialized in those OBS trucks.
Old what trucks?
The OBS,
Uh-huh.
you know, the ones, the 97 Silverados and things like that, the 99 Suburban, you know, all the ones with the 350 Vortex.
Yeah.
So we got, this came off one of his motors that he was parting out.
Well. Alrighty.
Of course, I was going to try to clean all these up and make them look a little bit better.
Do you want to clean that up before we put it on or no? You got a pressure washer?
Yes, sir. I wasn't, because I didn't put the new pump on there yet. I haven't bought a new power steering pump yet.
Oh, are you going to buy a new pump?
I wanted to.
Okay.
I don't want to do all this and not.
So this is, sorry, I hate stains on my floor. It will be easier to put your pump on before you put this on. Okay.
You saying what pump we talking about?
The power steering pump, this part right here is what you'll replace. You don't have to buy this whole bracket. You've already got it.
Okay.
Now, sometimes people buy the whole assembly like that
Mhm.
uh, because they don't have a way to pull the pulley.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know if you have a way to pull that or not. It's 25 to 50 bucks more to get it with the bracket.
Okay.
But I mean, if you want to clean it, now would be the time. And if you want to
Okay.
put it on, if you don't want to put it on yet, then we can go ahead and torque these down. But it's easier to get everything put on and have a little bit of, you can loosen those up and have a little bit of wiggle room if you need it.
Okay. Well, I just wanted you mostly like just kind of see what I'm working with because I'm like, man, I don't want to mess up anything this late in the game. I don't want to buy the wrong stuff because I be hearing it. Like I said, it was just like what we was talking about earlier. My partners tell me like, man, you could buy um, the wrong pulleys.
Yeah,
You know, he's like, man, it's like you sit back and be wondering why everything is slightly off, and it's just like you can't go off a look
yeah.
because I'm just going off of every other shit look the same to me.
Well, and you got to have all your pulley alignment correct too. But
Yes.
I mean, this is a stock. This looks like just a regular water pump. That's not whether it's aftermarket or not. It's the one that's designed to be on there.
Yes.
But you can have pulleys that are going to sit out here, and you
Because
got to be able
that
to
water
drive
pump
it.
came with the motor. I bought it. The intake, pretty much majority of that stuff was already on it. It's these pulleys that I'm adding. I'm hoping.
Do you have the pulley for the front?
I thought that was it right there.
Yeah. Are you going to use that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, you need the pulleys that bolt onto the front.
The bolts.
There should be a pulley that bolts right on here to the front
Okay.
for your drive belts for everything. And
Okay.
that's what's right here. These are these bolts right here.
The grooves and everything.
So you won't reuse this.
Don't use it.
No, that you don't reuse this. This is this.
Okay. That's good to know.
So these three bolts right here, you'll have a pulley system. Have you torqued this down, or did he put it on
He
for
put
you?
it on there for
Okay.
me.
So you'll have a pulley system that, I mean, I can use this to kind of show you. It'll set out here so that when you got your cone-shaped pulley or that goes on here, then it'll line up and it'll pull
Right,
it.
so that means I need to get 2 more pulleys. I need to write this stuff down. Let me go get my pen and paper.
Yeah, so there should have been, on the front of this, there should have been something on here, a pulley that was on here.
No, sir. That was part of the original motor when I first got it.
All right.
All right. Got my pen and paper now.
Okay.
Because I got the alternator in the truck already.
So there's going to be, this is where things can kind of get awkward and getting the right things. You get your other pulleys on here, then you can measure how deep the offset needs to be for the pulley that goes here and here, so they all line up properly.
Okay.
But you're going to need you'll have a pulley that goes on here,
Water pump pulley.
water pump pulley, and it'll have bolts for the fan shroud if you're going to use the clutch type fan, the mechanical fan, which I think they work fine, but a lot of people are like, I don't want to rob any horsepower, so they're going electric.
Well, we're going to do mechanical because that's why I'm on the shoestring budget.
Okay.
We're just trying to get cranked up right now. I got a wedding this year.
A wedding?
Yeah, we getting married.
Oh, you and Mom. I thought you were talking to your daughter. I'm like, holy smokes, you're too young for that.
Nah, man, I'm trying to run dudes off, man. Trying to keep them at bay.
She's an adult now, though, right?
Yeah, she's an adult, yes, sir, for sure. But it's this, I don't want to get distracted.
She still got to get the dad some permission for these boys, or what?
Yeah, man. She don't. we ain't doing all that right now. She got a good thing going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, get the education first.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I just don't want her to be distracted.
Yep. You're going to need a fan pulley assembly that goes on the front here.
Fan,
Yep.
pulley.
It's not a fan pulley. This is the main drive pulley. So it's bolting onto your harmonic balancer.
Because it's like I said, when I call down to the O'Reillys, man, they be man, I don't be knowing what the deal is with them damn people now. I don't know. They have no mechanical knowledge. It seems like no mechanical know-how. I asked them, do they have a part? Then they asked me 10 or 12 questions. It's irrelevant, you know. That's why
Yeah.
I'm starting to hate asking those people because they make you feel stupid. Because I was asking
Yeah.
about the water pump boats. And, you know, I called Summit. They said, oh, yeah, we can get those water pump boats. Boom. No
Yeah.
problem. But then it's like when you call the Raleighs, they, oh, well, why you don't have no water pump boats? Can you bring the water pump in? Can you? Do it really take all that, man? Do it really take all that?
A lot of times you got kids that don't know what they're doing and
These be
that are
grown ass
working
men.
Yeah, well, they still don't know.
People that's been working at the parts store for a minute don't know what the hell going on.
But I think Summit hires good people. Texas Speed does too.
Yes.
But so you're also going to need this is your heater hose. This is for your heater hose.
Okay.
And so, are you going to have a heater?
No, not coming out.
So you'll need a plug or something there, which you can just use a bolt for with some. Matter of fact, you can put some of that gasket sealer on it if you want. But and then this is your vent hole right here on top.
So what you want to get for that heater hose bolt?
You just need a plug if you're not running a heater.
All right.
Okay.
So man, the other day I went and picked up some more parts for the motor. Got rid of that idler, tensioner, pulley, and I can't never think what the other one is, but got rid of those, the smooth pulley that goes on the actual alternator bracket right here. I hit everything with a wire brush, hit with a couple coats of paint, and I think it came out pretty decent. The backside doesn't look as good, but I'm definitely gonna hit that again. Just right now, I'm gonna have my friend help me get these plastic pieces out so I can set that new alternator in there. I don't know how to take them out while breaking it. I think that he told me I could just use some grips, like some pliers or something, some channel locks. But I ain't messing with that. I don't want to tear them up. And with this one, the power steering pump, I may go ahead and wire wheel that, just make it all silver as well. I don't know. Might make that black just because I know that this one's going to be dripping a lot. So maybe just like a black gloss will look good on that. Just hit it with a wire wheel. So I know I'm going to have to get that pump actually pressed. I was thinking about, do I want to take this with me? That pulley has to be pressed onto this pump, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I know no, definitely, because they was telling me I could get, my partner was telling me I can get all this in one thing, and that's not how it comes. It's just gonna come with just a pump, and I'm gonna have to get everything pressed to make it work for this motor. I'm gonna check it to the tire store and probably have them press it for me help me do the switcheroo. I'm just gonna just uh, throw it in the back of the truck and see what's up. Have my partner George just look everything over. I'm gonna put those pulleys on there. So I picked up those parts. Like I was telling y'all, these are the parts that came from O'Reilly's. So it says this is the idler assembly, and it's that tensioner. So I know this is the smooth pulley because it came in later. Sorry if I'm making a lot of crazy noise with the mic. That came in, they had to order it, and this came in. So those are part numbers. Let's see. Just so y'all can see them one more time, in case y'all want to get it and you got a Vortec motor. I got some block off plates for this, for the rear. And we start putting the bars on there and realized that we start putting the levers on there and we realized that these bars was no good. It's off. There's something different with these. I can't remember what he said, but we have to get back to fixing it. I think it's just slightly off right now. And I think it's something about the bars wasn't long enough and this piece is in the groove. Like these bars are too short, I believe is what was going on. But we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Yep. Because we couldn't take this parking brake side off without having a block off plate down there going to the rear end. So I don't know much, but I know that basics of these four wheelers and stuff. So somehow we're back here. I'm supposed to be putting that block off plate where the emergency brake went. So I think it's more so this one. Those two it look like putting that plate right there. I'm almost certain that that's what that is. So I may take a crack at it. I might take a crack at it. See, I don't know nothing about. Yeah, I might need to wait till my partner he can look it over. We gonna wait on that. But I was thinking about actually diving in on this one. I'm just showing all the summer toys pretty much. Right now I'm putting in the last little bit of time because I need this car to be out this summer. So I'm probably gonna start busting back down the wire harness and getting ready to put the other one back in there. I'm not sure. I'm definitely gonna take it out before I before I can put the actual motor in there. So I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna get the motor back in there because I done reassembled all the front, and I'm okay with taking it all apart if needed, if need be. It's okay if I gotta take all this stuff just apart. Um, I'm scratching everything up, but I just wanted to make sure that I had majority of the bolts needed just to assemble most of the front end, bolts, brackets, springs, clips. So I do have enough parts to make somewhat of a front end. And I think I was having issues with the bracings of the fender. I don't want to take all this stuff loose. But with me having that small jack stand right now, the jack, that would be, it'd be kind of stupid for me to like risk doing all that, messing with a motor hoist, when I just get the bigger one with the longer legs. Because I think this one is good for like little Honda motors and stuff, but I don't think this is longer. The legs are long enough for what I'm trying to do, and I need a little bit more um, power as far as the type of motors and stuff. Because this one not gonna be really that light, and I done already flipped this thing over a time or two, and it's gonna caught me by the shins almost. I mean, it's like, man, that shit really dangerous when those things get to rocking. So That's why I'm taking my time. I'm in no rush. I just want to make sure that everything is good. And I still have quite a bit of ways to go on this to get it where it needs to fire up. A lot of people asking about it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and throw you on time lapse. I'm gonna kind of start assembling all this stuff and getting ready to put it in the vehicle to take it up out of here. And I did get the Banshee back in. Hopefully, we'll have some really lit content coming with this really soon. Going out to Lake Murray, I believe it's gonna be the first destination on there. And as y'all can see, man, I'm keep on running them ASVs. I just like the ASVs. He is trying to tell me that I should stretch out my front end 2 inches in the front, two in the rear. I'm not sure if I'm going to stretch anything. I just kind of like the little stock, finish. Yeah, but she's running really good. But we really finna get it dialed in. It's gonna be the first time putting her on the dyno. If everything goes well, I will be putting her on the dyno pretty soon, so we can really start getting her dialed in and have some fun this summer. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking at the block off plate. That's it right there. The emergency block off plate on my rear end, on my brake caliber, on the Banshee. So, yep. So let me go ahead and throw you on time lapse. Let me do what I gotta do. Put those parts on there real quick and see what we get. So, yep, it's a lot going on, but that's just how I keep it going. And this is my life. It's not staged, not scripted. I was almost thinking about just stop even creating YouTube content. Honestly, it was something that crossed my mind because in reality, I'm really having fun. I'm really happy in my real life. I have a great life, and sometimes I'll be feeling like it's pressure having to do this YouTube stuff, and then it feel like it's a very competitive nature, and I have other things I got going on. So this recording content is cool, but it's not so much as a priority for me because one, YouTube has not monetized me. Been recording on this channel for a while, but that's not here or there. But I'm gonna go ahead and forget off here, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all.